What do you get when you put together a powerful singing voice, killer songwriting skills, unrivaled musical instrument prowess, and an unshakable faith in God? You get Khaya Mthethwa. You may know him from his stint as a member of the Joyous Celebration musical group, or perhaps you know him from when he won one of the country's biggest singing competitions. Whatever the case may be, one thing's for sure, this young talented man is undoubtedly a man with God in his heart. With such a unique profile, we thought he would be perfect to host in our coffee shop on this beautiful Christmas morning. Khaya, welcome to I-Dentity.
Thank you so much for having me. It's good to be here.
It's a pleasure. Khaya, abantu abaningi bakwazi so dumile usukhulile but abazi ukuthi ukhule kanjani. Awusixoxele kabanzi ukuthi what was your upbringing like?
Well, I grew up like any normal kid in Kulele Lokshini, Lasemlaz in Durban, and grew up with my parents. I've got one brother who's younger than me. Okay. Yeah, so my upbringing was pretty much circled around church. My parents started a church in our living room, and that's when all our privacy was taken away, and we started sharing the house with every single person that walked in. So ngikule no puti no sis, that weren't my biological brothers and sisters, but abandes and kule nabo that became very close to me. We then eventually moved away from there, and I'm still vastly involved in the ministry with my parents, and it's grown incredibly over the years. So it's been a normal upbringing as much as I could say. I went to tertiary at Tegwini, and then I started pursuing my dreams from there as well.
And when did you make sense of your spirituality? Because obviously njengoba ushilo ukuthi ukhule unabazali abakholwayo.
I think abazali bethu were very open about how we need to pursue our own spirituality ngendlela yethu. It's cool. I think uvele sikhule going to children's church and all that stuff, but I really value the fact that abazali bethu bazama ukuthi in the midst of ukhula emndenini or spiritually filled at some sense, but ukuthi thina siyifunele thina. So I think around my early teens, around 14, 15, I think when I started singing and being involved esontweni, that's when basically I started pursuing this God life. But it wasn't until I got to my 20s where it became a bit more serious, and it's a life that I really then started choosing.
Oh, okay. So you spoke about singing in the church as well. Is this where your music career started? What made you prompt it?
I think church is such a best place to call career because you've got an audience every single Saturday, every single Sunday, and you've got people that on a flop will learn from your mistakes, and no one's gonna judge you. So it's a great place to really figure yourself out, and I appreciate Uktola Leo platform because it really spearheaded me to know what I can do even in my own career.
And in 2015 you were ordained as a pastor. What prompted that decision? Because with pastors' kids, we always expect them to choose a different path from their parents. But why did you specifically go for that as well? I
think I've always known, like in my early teens, I've always known this is what I want to do, so I've been working in church, even with being in the industry, being sakotu ngyo service on doing. So I've been involved with ministry at church for the past 10 years or so, working very closely with my dad, who's the senior pastor at Sondweni. So I've been postponing it for years and years. I've been preaching for years and years and years. Just that, and I love how church can't be driven by titles. Now that I'm a pastor, now I should preach. I've been preaching for the longest time, but it's only about 2015 where we officiated it, and
okay, it's Christmas Day today, and what does Christmas mean to you?
Well, Christmas obviously is a remembrance of an incredible Savior that was born into our lives, and so it's really a remembrance of what John 3:16 really means, that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. And for me, it's just a treasured moment where we can go back and remember this incredible thing that happened in history, and because of this incredible thing that happened.
And how do you celebrate Christmas?
Usually, we don't have church services on Christmas Day at church.
Okay.
My dad is very big on family, so it's either we are Wega Koko, Sihleli, and we're the whole Mthethwa clan. We're sleeping on the floor because there's hundreds of us in this small house. But it's a great place. Watch series and laugh and cook and eat and do those things. In the midst of that, I'll be doing a bit of traveling, Sebenza Futo, so I'll be in for Christmas and then I'll dash out in your Sebenza. But it's a great place where we just come together as a family.
What festive words would you give to our viewers who are inspired by your story?
I think the words I could give is that appreciate your family, appreciate the people that you have around you, because they're the only constant influence. Whatever happens, influence to finance and learn to build those relationships. I'm very big on building relationships and not live a segregated life, you know. So I think as we grow up, I mean, I've started going back to my older friends that I've kind of parted ways a little bit for no good reason, just time, you know, how we allow time to come between specific people. So festive words, this is a great time for us to rekindle those relationships and go back bantu and appreciate them, because you never know when they'll leave, and then we so long with my relationships.
Okay, let's get into our quick word game, all right? Okay. And the game is called the song game.
Oh my God.
So it's either you finish off the song or you guess the artist, all right?
All right.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh my God.
So finish off the song. I'll speak this to you.
Please sing it.
You're the singer, Khaya. You're the singer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In the shadow of your wings, I know I'm safe.
Oh,
so fine.
I find relief, for you hold me and you guide me with your righteous hand.
Finish off the song. I love you, Daddy. Ozobo.
You are my hero and you're always in my dreams.
Okay, guess the artist. Fly away, my heart, don't despair.
The world is full of joy.
Yes, man. Guess the artist. Oh. Finish off the next song. It's very important. I want you to move, move.
You guys are correct. Let me see you move, move, move. Yeah.
Khaya, thank you so much for joining us on our Christmas special edition. Thank you so much.
It's been a really, really great pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure.